In this video, I am going to discuss about the Corona Kavach policy, what are the key features and what a policy holder must look into before buying the policy and during claims. Before I proceed, hello everybody, this is Venkatesh, this is my Twitter handle. My YouTube channel name is Empowering with Financial Awareness, where I post contents on personal finance, health insurance and stock investing. If you are interested in these topics, please do subscribe to my channel. If you are interested to know more about health insurance, you can read my ebook on health insurance. The link to the book is provided in the description section of this video. This ebook covers basic jargons, critical illness, and comparison of nearly 100 products from 20 plus health insurance companies. Please note that these are all not recommendations. It is only in comparison of the features. It is for you to pick the right product which is suitable to you. Thanks for choosing to watch this video. If you found this message useful, please do share this message to your friends, relatives and colleagues who also will be benefited. So let us see a very brief background of this Corona Kavach policy. With the increase in coronavirus cases from April 2020, the need of the hour was to provide quality health care to the affected patients and a prompt and a timely medical treatment. With this objective, the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India (IRDAI) announced the Corona Kavach policy and also made mandatory for all the health insurance company in India to provide this policy to its customers. Now let us see the general policy features. Corona Kavach is available both on the individual as well as family floater basis. The usual tenure covered is 3.5 months or 105 days, 6.5 months or 195 days, and 9.5 months or 285 days. The sum insured varies from 50,000 to 5 lakhs. There is a waiting period of 15 days, which indicates that if you allotted a policy today and whatever expense you do related to corona treatment for the next 15 days will not be honored. I would request you to check these numbers. By and large, most of the policies, whatever I came across, had this number, but before taking a policy, request you to check these numbers. We will now see what and all is covered as part of this Corona Kavach policy. The first one is pre-hospitalization expenses. That is the doctor consultation, checkups, diagnosis, whatever. That is 15 days prior to hospitalization. And the second one is the hospital expenses. So if you go and get admitted, you will have a lot of bed charges. You might be admitted in ICU. There will be no doctor consultation charges, nursing charges, blood test. PPE stands for personal protective equipments, the one which doctors cover it. So all these get covered in the hospitalization expenses. The third one is the post-hospitalization expenses. That is 30 days after discharge from hospital, whatever expenses is incurred, that is also covered. The fourth option is home care treatment. For some reason, doctor might recommend you to take treatment from home itself. So in those cases, the cost of health monitoring cost or any medicine cost to an extent of 14 days is covered in home care treatment. And the last aspect is, if you are going for non-allopathic options like Ayurveda, Unani, etc., even those Ayush is covered in this policy. Now let us see what is not covered in the policy. The first one is dietary supplements. So you might be feeling weak, and due to which you might be taking some powder or whatever, medicines or whatever to strengthen yourself, and such purchases or such expenses which does not have the prescription of a doctor is not covered. And second one is, now you know there is a lot of vaccination drive is going on, and Covaxin, Covax, all that vaccines are there. So this policy will not cover vaccination or any other preventive treatment for that matter. The third aspect is unauthorized testing centers. If you are doing the testing in the centers which are not authorized by the government, then that amount is not reimbursed. And last and the fourth option is investigation and evaluation. So if you are admitted purely for diagnostic purposes and evaluation purposes and not for treatment purposes, then that is also not covered in this policy. Okay, we have now seen the various features of the policy, what they give, what they don't give. As a policy holder, now what I should do. So there are 4 important aspects. Before you purchase, in the policy wording document, you must clearly see what are the various expenses covered and what are the documents needed for the claim, what is the time limit for submission and notification to the health insurance company. And the next part is, if suppose you get affected or your family members get affected and you go for hospitalization, you have to do the timely notification. So we'll see all these aspects in the coming slides. The first aspect is, look for the policy wording document to see what and all is covered as hospitalization expense, what is covered as home treatment expense, what is covered in Ayush procedure and so on. Remember that this could be different between one company and another company. So in this example, I have taken a screen grab from one of the companies where you can see like room rent they are giving. In the case of hospitalization cover, they are giving room rent, ICU charges are covered, blood oxygen is covered and so on. So this you need to see and understand in detail what all they cover. This is an example in case of home care treatment. We saw, right? They allow you to reimburse up to 14 days of expenses in case of home care treatments. And in this case, you can see what all is covered. For example, here pulse oximeter, oxygen cylinder, that is all covered, but that has to be prescribed by the medical practitioner. So this is what is there in the policy cover or policy wording document. Suppose if you are going to go for a home care treatment and if the doctor recommends you to use a pulse oximeter, ask the prescription from him so that it will be useful for your claims. So the second aspect what you have to see is what are the documents needed for claim. This is applicable only in the case of non-network hospitalization, because in network hospitalization there will be cashless and they could directly deal with the hospital. Even sometimes in the case for emergency, they don't honor it. You can pay it first and you can claim it later. You need to see in detail what are the different documents you need to gather and keep to claim in case of hospitalization or in the case of home care treatment. Now the third one is the time limits. There are 2 time limits. One is to inform the health insurance company in case of admission. Suppose you are going to get admitted on an emergency basis or you are going to go for home care treatment, within 24 hours you have to inform the health insurance company of this update. If suppose doctor asks you to come after 2 or 3 days and it's a planned hospitalization, you have to inform 48 hours before the admission. Similarly, you may go for a non-network hospital, pay up the expenses and you may have to claim later. There is a time limit for making such claims as well. In the case of hospitalization and pre-hospitalization expenses, it is 30 days within the discharge from hospital. In the case of reimbursement of post-hospital expenses, it is 15 days from the date of completion of post-hospitalization treatment. And reimbursement of home care expenses, if you are in home care, that is to be submitted within 30 days from completion of the home care treatment. So like this, you must need to see what are the stipulated time limits in your policy wording document. Now let us put all the 4 facts together. So before buying, you check the policy wording document of what all we saw now. If suppose you are affected, inform the health insurance companies within the 24 or 48 hours slab whatever we saw, or as per your policy wording document. Preserve all claim related documents in case of non-network hospitals or you are paying cash and claiming it later. And lastly, submit the documents to insurance company within the time limits, because any delay, they have the right to reject the claims. These are my other videos on health insurance. You can refer my playlist on health insurance, where I have covered the importance of having a own health insurance cover, the importance of room rent limit, then strategic deposits for insurance, various health insurance documents, importance of brochure and policy wording document, and network hospitals. Thank you.